What if the heaviest thing you carried every single day had no weight at all? No bags, no boxes, no heavy lifting, just a thought, a memory, a grudge, an argument you had 3 weeks ago that you're still replaying in your head like a broken record. Most of us are walking around every day absolutely exhausted, and we have no idea why. Today, I want to share with you a short story. It's just 2 minutes long, but if you really listen, really let it sink in, it might be the most important 2 minutes of your week. Because after this video, you're going to understand something about yourself that most people never figure out.
Many centuries ago, in a quiet part of ancient China, 2 Buddhist monks were walking together through the countryside. One was older, wise, calm, the kind of man who spoke little but said everything. The other was younger, still learning, still forming his understanding of the world. They had both taken the same sacred vow, a commitment to their spiritual path. Part of that vow meant they were not permitted to touch women. As they walked, they came upon a river crossing, and there, standing at the bank, was a woman, well-dressed, clearly distressed, unable to get across. The current was too strong, the stepping stones too slippery. She had been standing there for some time. She looked at the older monk with anxious eyes. "Please, could someone help me cross?" The older monk didn't hesitate. Without a word, he bent down, gently lifted the woman onto his back, and carried her safely across the river. He set her down on the other side, gave a small, respectful bow, and they went their separate ways.
The younger monk said nothing, but his face said everything. His jaw tightened, his brow furrowed. He walked in silence. An hour passed, then 2, then 3. The sun began its descent. The birds quieted. The path stretched on, and still, the younger monk said nothing, but inside, the storm was growing louder. How could he? We made a vow. Doesn't that mean anything? We are supposed to be disciplined. We are supposed to follow the rules. And he just carried her like it was nothing. Finally, after hours of silence, the younger monk could hold it no longer. "Brother," he burst out, "we took a sacred vow not to touch women. How could you carry her across that river?" The older monk walked in silence for a moment. And then, slowly, he turned his head and smiled. "Brother, I set her down hours ago." He paused. "Why are you still carrying her?" Want you to stop here for a moment. Read that again. I set her down hours ago. Why are you still carrying her? Because I think most of us have been carrying something for far longer than a few hours. Some of us have been carrying things for years. Think about your own life for a second. The older monk taught us something in just one sentence that most people never learn in a lifetime. I set her down hours ago. Why are you still carrying her? Today, not tomorrow, not next week, today, I want you to pick one thing you've been carrying, one grudge, one regret, one painful memory, one embarrassment, and I want you to decide, just for today, to set it down. You will feel the difference. I promise you. If this story meant something to you, share it with one person who needs to hear it. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for someone you love is hand them the right words at the right time. Drop a comment below. I genuinely love to know, what are you choosing to set down today? And if you're new here, welcome. Subscribe, because every week we bring you stories just like this one. Short, simple, and quietly life-changing.